Greetings, young patriots. I am George Washington. Today, I'd like to share why we, the American colonists, stood up and fought for our freedom. The road to revolution was not easy, but it was necessary. Let me tell you why. It all began after the French and Indian War ended in 1763. The British Empire had won the war, but it left them deep in debt. To pay for this debt, King George III and the British Parliament decided to tax us, the colonists, without asking our opinion. Now, we were loyal British subjects, but we believed in fairness. When they passed the Stamp Act in 1765, taxing paper goods like newspapers and legal documents, it felt wrong. We had no say in the decision, no representation in Parliament. We protested with the slogan, "No taxation without representation." Our voices grew louder, and they repealed the Stamp Act, but more taxes kept coming. In 1767, the British passed the Townshend Acts, taxing things like glass, paint, and tea. Again, we felt cheated. We boycotted British goods and grew more frustrated. The British sent soldiers to enforce their rules. This led to a deadly confrontation in 1770, known as the Boston Massacre. 5 colonists were killed. Tensions rose higher than ever. Then came the Tea Act of 1773, giving one British company control over tea sales. To protest, patriots in Boston dumped tea into the harbor in what became known as the Boston Tea Party. King George III was furious. He punished us with the Intolerable Acts, closing Boston's port and limiting our self-government. We had enough. Colonies began to unite. We formed the First Continental Congress in 1774 to demand our rights. But Britain refused to listen. In April 1775, fighting broke out at Lexington and Concord. The Revolutionary War had begun. Our desire for liberty, fairness, and the right to govern ourselves pushed us to fight for independence. And though it was a hard road, we knew freedom was worth it. I hope you understand why we rose up and why the dream of liberty lives on. Stand tall, and never forget the courage it took to build this great nation.